Hey guys, this is me, Lynna, and you're watching Lynna's Life. Yep, Lynna's Life again. Here it is, July 28th, almost August. And I just wanted to talk a few minutes about, you know, being transgender. What does that mean? For those that are feeling like, they're on the front side of this whole thing and they're feeling like, you know, they're not sure or they are sure, but they just look at like the benefits of everything. The camera's all messed up. Well, they look at all the benefits and everything, like, someone's transition is going along well and, people are like, oh, I would love to just look like her, or, I have friends that, that I totally admire, people, I call them friends, but, in reality, I've never really met these people before. I just call them friends because we're Facebook friends, So, these girls have been transitioning for, say going on 2-3 years, and they look fabulous, they look incredible. Some of them look like absolute models, but people look at, like, there's a couple people looking at me as a mentor, whatever, right? And I appreciate it and all, but I'm so, like, I don't know what the word is, I'm just so new at this. I don't know how I can be anyone's role model, because my life has just been so chaotic, quite honestly, and crazy, that to be called a role model for me is just like, maybe maybe somebody else. Yikes, I just dropped my earring. I hate that when that happens. It's so frustrating because trying to get an earring on when you don't have a mirror. Okay, I'm gonna use my iPhone as the mirror, so hopefully, okay, I got it in and not a cloud. Okay, fine, good. The reason I play with my hair, because it's not really my hair, it's like my fake hair, and sometimes it just feels like when it blows in the wind, it just kind of blows all clumpy and stuff, and it's just kind of frustrating, because we all want to look legit and real, whatever. But and then you get hair in your face. But people look at the, like, happiness of being trans, the joys of being trans. But anyway, yeah, just, people look at, like, what, the happiness of being trans and everything, of transitioning, not being trans, of transitioning to becoming the gender that that you are on the inside, letting the outside know that, and letting your lifestyle reflect that gender change. I had a friend of mine recently sent me some nice pictures of her. She is early in wanting to transition, and is interested in everything, and totally feels like she was born in the wrong gender and all that. It's kind of like the textbook signs of being gender dysphoric. But she sent me pictures. She goes, hey girl, I just want you to see what I look like, and just give me your opinion and stuff like that. And then she said something like, oh, I can't wait to get on HRT and see how the changes will affect me and stuff. And I, I just thought to myself, I thought, wait a minute. And I know if you're watching, I don't mean to be offensive to you. You know who you are. But I just thought, wait a minute. This, you know, perceived happiness and stuff, which it is a happy thing, you know, it really is. I mean, I am happy. I can't say that I'm not happy, but it comes at a great, stupendous cost. When your own 4-year-old looks at you before you leave and you say, hey, do you want to give daddy a hug? And the 4-year-old says, there's sadness there. Because although I'm enjoying my life as much as I can here in this new place, the reality is that I leave behind so many others. And in my wake, the disaster that I have caused my family and those that are dear to me will possibly take a lifetime to repair. When your mom looks at you and, I mean, I call her up and I tell her, Mom, hey, can you please accept me? And she's like, I do accept you. I accept you. I accept you as my son. And I'm like, Mom, here's the truth, Mom. The boy that you thought that you had, well, he's not there anymore. There is no son. You just kind of wonder if there ever was a son in the first place. Although she'll tell me in her broken Spanish and in broken English and say, oh no, I saw you when you were born and I knew that you were boy because you had, you know. And I'm like, Mom, there's way more ways to tell if someone is truly male or female than just by one lone body part. I've said it in the past, people, but it bears repeating. One body part makes all the difference in the world. Just one? So, okay, so if my finger came out differently, I mean, why does that make such a huge difference? It's just one body part. I don't quite get it. Because if we tell them that our brain has been different from birth, they're like, my mom especially, she's like, what? You like to play with Star Wars action figures and you didn't wear dresses or anything like that. And I said, Mom, it's not about the action figure. It's not about dresses. It's about what you feel like you are on the inside. It's what you sense, not feel, what you sense going on in here. And more importantly, what's going on in here. Because that is the true sense of if you are gender dysphoric and you truly are stuck in the wrong body, you know it. There's no doubt. There's no wishing that you could go either way. I mean, there's just one way, and that's to go the direction that you were intended to by God Almighty in the first place. Getting back to my friend. She's all excited about potentially being on HRT. And I said, friend, do you realize that some HRT is just overrated, you know? Some girls get on HRT and they don't see results and they get frustrated because they think it's some kind of a magic pill, you know, that it's some kind of a fairy dust potion that you take. It's not. It's not. For some of you who do go on HRT, it's not going to work as far as what you find as you want your results to be. It's not going to work. And I don't mean to be negative, but the later you start, the harder it is for this stuff to even click. And genetics have a lot to do with it too. And that doesn't take away from if you are truly gender dysphoric and you were really in the wrong body or not. If you start later, the chances are that it's not going to work as well. I'm in my 40s. I looked at last year my life and I thought to myself, Lynna, you have a window of time. That's all you have. You don't have anything else. Time is not on your side. The longer you wait, the longer the white hairs will start clustering on your face, and then any kind of laser treatment that you wanted to take, you're gonna have to do like, what's it called? That other treatment that's really painful with the needle. I forget what it's called. But you'll have to do that. And I thought to myself, I have no choice. It's either transition now or die a death of a sad man. You know, that's just what it is. It's the reality. I mean, when you look at it for what it is, the reality is either you transition or you die. I mean, you might not die like physically, but emotionally, you're gone, you know? I was already dying emotionally, and I'm convinced that if I was alive, like right now, I mean, I'm alive right now, but if I was at home right now with my family, and I hadn't even pursued transitioning, I definitely would have been probably suicidal. Whoa! Guy has someplace to go. But yeah, I would have been definitely suicidal. And I was recommended to transition. So I, after professional counsel, made the decision. This is where the choice is made. People that want to say, oh, you made a choice. Yeah, well, I made a choice to live. That's what I did. A choice to live, not to die. But since that time, I have gone into severe financial difficulty. I have had to move from the city that I was living in far away from my children. I have had to leave and try to make it. And even now, you know, I left, came up to Minnesota. I did that big job. And I'm living off of that job right now. But when that job dries up, I don't know what to say. I have to have a plan. But more than the money, more than the job, more than all that, is the fact that I have lost, for now, my family. They are nowhere to be found. I have no communication with them unless I make an effort to call my ex. She never volunteers to call. never asks, hey, when's a good time you want to talk to one of the kids? You know, I have 5. Do you want to talk to one of the kids? I ask her, how are the kids doing? I, you know, are they okay? Are they doing all right? Yeah, you know, it's summertime. You know, they're complaining about this and that because they're bored. But, you know, they're enjoying it because they know that summer's almost over. And I go, tell them I love them, okay? Please? Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't know if she does or not. I have a divorce that has yet to be finalized, that hasn't been. It just keeps dragging along for I don't know what God-foreseen purpose. But at this point in time, the sooner it's done, the better for both of us. Then I won't be accused of cheating or whatever it is that she would probably say about my relationship with James, you know. But the fact is, I left home November of 2013. We're going on almost a year, you know. I mean, some months shy of that, but I mean, what, 8 months been gone? And that 8 months has been so earth-shatteringly crazy. You know, transition is that way. It just demands that. And so I just told my friend, I said, count the cost. Do you love your wife? Do you love those children? Do you really want to see them not hurt? I mean, I said, stay the hell away if you can help it. Please do me that favor. Please. Because it costs everything. Everything. I'm going to look at trying to get everything figured out with my life, but I don't know if you can clean up that much. I mean, I've got a huge mess on my hands. Huge mess. It's like, you know, credit cards here and bankruptcy there and unfiled taxes or extension taxes, that rent at this place that I live at now, the pressures of trying to find work as a trans person. Do I want to do the same thing that I've done? Do I want to just mix with the same people that I've mixed with? Because then you have to deal with all the personalities and stuff, and people know you from before. Or do you want to make a clean break and just start over? And then the fall time's coming, and winter comes here. It's pretty bad. This all turns into some kind of a barren, frozen tundra. And what is nice now, because I'm wearing shorts, a tank, top, and, you know, sandals, becomes a place where you have to wear layers and layers of clothes and gloves and boots. So it's not for the faint of heart. But I will push on. I will push forward. Need to find a doctor, a therapist. My plate is full. Like I was telling another friend of mine, I'm sorry, I really can't engage with you right now to talk because my plate is literally full. And, you know, they want to tell you their problems or the joys and things that they're dealing with. And then I'm just like, gosh, my tank is so full right now, I can't even handle hearing it. But, So for those of you who are considering transitioning, please reconsider. Think about the other options. Because this isn't, and I don't mean to make light of it, but if you think this is like, fun time, dress up, wear girls' clothes and have a great time, just don't bother, really. I mean, dress up in girls' clothes all you want. I mean, I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. But don't F up your family over this if you're not truly trans. If you're not truly struggling with the pain of gender dysphoria, don't bother. Because it costs you way too much. And it leaves behind a painful trail of devastation and loss and disillusionment and sadness and brokenness and unforgiveness and confusion, fatherless, spouseless, loneliness. So please, don't do this if you don't have to. It's just too expensive. And I don't mean money. I mean investing into lives, people that you love, is something, that you need to get help if you have to get it. Pay for professional help. Find a therapist out there, someone to talk to. But, don't do this if you don't have to. I don't want to say it like a broken record, but like a broken record, don't do this if you don't have to. Anyway, love you guys, and if you guys want to chat or anything, I'm here. Of course, if I pay my Verizon bill, I'll be here. Well, I guess even if I don't, I'll still be on Facebook through Wi-Fi at the house. But love you guys. See you. Bye.